Welcome to Brunettes Who Bitch, where the sports are hot, the takes are hotter, and we don't hold back because life's too short to sugarcoat anything.
Welcome back to Brunettes Who Bitch, where the takes are hot, the iced coffee is strong, and apparently the draft boards are endless. Today we're unpacking a triple whammy: the NHL Finals and Draft, the NBA Championship and Draft, and the PWHL Championship and Draft. Because if you thought the boys brought drama, wait until you see the women building legacies while looking flawless. We're recapping rings, clowning coaching decisions, translating post-game pressers, and previewing who's about to go number one and who's about to get roasted by us regardless of their draft pick. Buckle up, sports girlies. This one's a full roster. It's been a hot minute, but we're glad to be back.
It has been a hot minute. It's been like 3 weeks of no recording. And as you can see, there are only 2 of us here today, but the 4 of us will be reunited
our life together.
Quite literally.
It's been
a lot of really exciting things. A lot of really exciting things for all of us, though. So no complaints.
Yeah, there was. We had a lot of really, really big things going on for everybody, so we had to take a break, but we're back and better than ever. We hope you didn't miss us too much, because you'll never get rid of us.
Since basketball ended quite literally yesterday, we'll start there.
I'm so glad that the Thunder won. I literally have never been happier for a basketball team. Actually, that's not true. I was that happy when Toronto won, but I was very happy when OKC won yesterday too.
I said I've never been happier for a team that I have no emotional ties to in my life.
I was so happy for them. I was very upset, and we talked about this just before we started the recording. I felt so bad for Tyrese Halliburton, who literally tore his Achilles quarter one. That sucks.
It's heartbreaking, and I don't like him as a person, but you never want to see a player get hurt.
And that's the thing, I felt so bad.
Because he's laid it all out there. He wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
And he wanted it so bad. And, to see it go up in flames like that in the first quarter.
Right. Well, and then so I saw a video on Twitter where somebody literally clipped it to just him, and you could see the moment it actually snapped. And I was like, oh my God. I in all the years that I played, I'm truly so glad that nothing like that ever happened to me. Because I can only imagine the amount of pain that guy was in. And then I saw after the game, instead of going to the hospital or anything, he was there on crutches, high-fiving his team as they came off and giving them all hugs and just being a supportive guy, being hey, I'm still here. This is my team. I'm not going anywhere. I'm injured and I'm not out there, but I am here,
So much respect, genuine respect.
Truly. Not a lot of players would do that.
I am happy though that OKC won first.
I'm so happy for SGA. Go Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I love that guy.
Other than that, I'm sad the Knicks lost because it felt like they're the Knicks.
The Raptors had absolutely no shot of doing anything this season, so.
But it is what it is, and I'm happy. I'm happy a team that's never had it has it.
Yeah. It's nice to see when it's a team that's never done it or hasn't done it for a long time. Give me a team who doesn't have a championship, hasn't won a championship in 20 years. Give me the underdogs. I don't want to see this, Cavaliers over and over again, Golden State Warriors over and over again. I want the down and dirty, let's go, we fought to be here teams.
Yes, I don't want dynasties, I want underdogs.
Yes. Dynasties, not underdogs, not dynasties. I said that backwards.
But while we're on the topic of the NBA, I do want to touch on the draft because the draft is Wednesday. The draft is Wednesday in Brooklyn.
That's cool. I did not know it was in New York this year.
I knew it was in New York this year.
I did not. I honestly the Raptors sucked so bad this year that I genuinely stopped caring.
Me with
nothing.
The Nets.
Nothing. They sucked. I was like, okay, can we just I'm just asking for like a couple wins. No. Nothing.
So I'm gonna completely ignore who they're expecting to go overall first because
okay, so my brother is like thrilled about it because the person expected to go first is Cooper Flagg. He plays for Duke. He is
AKA
a gigantic guy.
No.
He is literally gigantic. He is like 6'9" or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like huge dude. And my brother, I have heard all about him because through March Madness, my brother was like, Cooper Flagg, Cooper Flagg, Cooper Flagg. And I was like, who? But yeah.
He is a phenomenal basketball player. And it hurts my heart, my UNC loving heart, to have to sit here and be like, Cooper Flagg is going to go first overall in the draft, most likely.
Yeah.
I'm going to completely disregard it and pretend it doesn't happen. And I'm going to go to who we're seeing as the potential second or third because he plays for Rutgers, which
Dylan Harper.
Live, Laugh, Love, New Jersey sports.
He's really tall too. He's like 6'4", I think.
Yes, he's a combo guard.
Yeah. If you watch him play, his like
insane basketball IQ.
That's what I was just gonna say. If you watch him play, his like just awareness on that court is like incredible. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
It's giving Jack Hughes on the ice.
That's actually a very good comparison. Speaking of Jack Hughes, for all of you who know me, Jack Hughes had a Vince Carter jersey on at Fanatics Fest this weekend, so I think my one-sided beef with Jack Hughes is officially over because I respect him now.
I love it.
Because Vince Carter is my favorite basketball player of all time.
I love it.
So,
let's go Vince Carter.
There's that.
The potential third overall pick, he plays for Baylor. That's a VJ Edgecombe, another guard. There's a lot of guards that are like, I guess he's two-way, but still. Tall point guards, combo guards going here. Oh, and I guess we should talk about the pick order. Because we didn't mention that. Cooper Flagg is expected to go to Dallas. Dylan Harper is expected to go second to the San Antonio Spurs. And then VJ is expected to go to the 76ers. So that's the pick order right now.
Yes. And then the Charlotte Hornets have 4th overall. And
then Utah.
It's not known yet because we don't know if they're going to go after shooters or defense or what they're really going after. There's a few different people that they're looking at, and same thing with Utah Jazz, but they're definitely looking at interior defenders.
Also, can we bring up the fact real quick, this has nothing to do with the draft, but Kevin Durant got traded?
Can I tell you, I was sitting on the couch with Dad. Well, I don't know if we were watching the Yankees or what we were watching, but the game had just ended, and all of a sudden you see Kevin Durant traded, and I said, huh?
Yeah.
Why are we trading? Like,
he got traded for somebody like super random too.
Yes. Why are we doing these blockbuster trades? Luka
Doncic. Yeah, and then also, so he got traded, and then who was it that I saw is considering signing with the Rockets now too? I saw it today.
I don't know.
It's a big name, and I forget who it is. I might have cleared the ESPN notification. I definitely did. What was his name? It's another guy that I don't like. I think he used to play for the Bucks, maybe.
I genuinely cannot tell you. But while you're looking that up, I'm going to just run through first round standouts because there's Ace Bailey from Rutgers. who he's a former top prospect, but had some pre-draft issues. So we're going to see if he's somewhere in the first 10, but we don't know. So I'm definitely going to butcher this name. Mon Malauk is literally 7'2".
I got it. I don't think
he's taller
he played
than
for
Aaron Judge.
Milwaukee, but I got it.
No, it's okay. We're back on this trade. Who was it?
Russell Westbrook.
Huh?
I don't think he played for Milwaukee. I think I had the wrong team in my head. But Russell Westbrook, I saw today that he might go sign with the Rockets.
Honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm all for that.
I was just shocked when I saw it. I was like, wait, what? But yeah.
Because it's
anyway,
random.
Back to the picks. Sorry. I figured it out and I had
you're
to say
good.
that was...
You're good. That's really it. And Knuppel, also
another Duke player.
There's a lot of Duke players that are in this draft, and it's killing me right now to talk about them.
She's having a minor meltdown, but it's okay.
I am having a not so minor meltdown.
It's all good.
You know, it's fine.
It's fine. We're excited to see what happens with this draft, though. It's definitely going to be interesting. There's going to be some big names going, and I think going to be some like really big additions to some teams. If Dallas decides to pick Cooper Flag, which I'm sure they probably will, that's going to be like a hell of a pick. He is a phenomenal player. Same thing with Dylan Harper and VJ Edgecombe. Like all three of them are so good, and like all three of those teams are going to get a massive piece added to their rosters.
One suggestion for Dallas. Huh? I have.
Is it take Dylan Harper instead of Cooper Flag?
No. As much as I would like it to be that, don't decide to trade Cooper Flag in the middle of the night like you did to Luka.
Real.
Thank you.
Hang on to Cooper Flag, thanks. If you're going to rebuild, don't trade away your star player. Just a thought.
Don't Luka him.
Don't Luka him.
That's really all I got for basketball. And
moving on.
Actually, before we do move on, because I love to talk about females, the WNBA clearly just started. I think we're like 15 games, something like that.
I was going to say, yeah, it's not very far into the season yet.
So obviously we will touch upon the WNBA a little bit more when other exciting things happen, like when Caitlin Clark is playing Angel Reese, and also when we get closer to postseason. So
yes, exactly. We will be talking about those when it comes around.
Other than that, I guess we can yap a little bit about the boring Stanley Cup Finals.
Literally. Truly. Very boring. That was like, I don't even think I watched like much of it. I literally was at my grandparents' swimming, I'm pretty sure the night of like the last game. And I got home, I was somewhere. I got home, watched the second period, the first like 8 minutes of the third, and said, I know how this is ending. I'm going to bed. Like, good night. I was not doing it.
So, being a true American, I never want to see the Cup in Canada. I love you. So I'm happy that the Panthers won, but also just completely unnecessary to have a back-to-back where they completely dog-walked Edmonton. Like, Connor McDavid, I thought you were good at hockey.
Damn. That's some shade.
Anyway.
So, on that note,
I'm happy.
I got nothing.
Happy it's over. And the boy auction. I know that we have a projected consensus of Matthew Schaefer going first overall, but I am going to disregard that because we were eating dinner today, and obviously live in New York. We get news, and I need to talk about James Higgins, who is a center from Boston College, from Hapog, New York, which is the other island, Long Island. But he is projected as a high floor, top line center, and he's a notable local Long Island connection. The Islanders have the first pick.
It would be like a very full circle moment, and if that's what the Islanders need, then I'm like, okay, go for it. But also,
he's projected the first or second, depending on if a defenseman is needed or not.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Make the kid's childhood dreams come true, and let him play for the team that he's supported since he was a kid. That's literally just me.
I want to talk about Schaefer for a second, though. This boy,
we have to.
I saw it on Sportsnet this morning, has been through so much in the past while. You know, he was dealing with injuries, he was dealing with a lot of illness, and then both his mom and his billet mom passed away. And that is just so much for a kid to deal with. That's, two maternal figures lost, not just one. And the emotion that this young man has to play with and deal with while also trying to make sure that he's still playing well. And then you add in the fact that, injuries and all these things, my heart goes to him. And I hope that he does get a high pick, even if it's not number one. Because I just my heart,
I think he'll go first, second, or third.
Yeah, I think he'll be top 3 for sure. I hope so. My fingers are crossed. And that would put him with either the Islanders, the Sharks, or the Blackhawks. So I don't hate those options. I don't have beef with those teams. So,
No. And, I've been saying it from the beginning, it isn't very exciting.
I honestly...
draft year.
I was going to say, I honestly did not hear as much about this draft as I have about previous ones. When it was Jack Hughes, Connor Bedard, Macklin Celebrini, it was all that I heard about. And this year it's been a lot more quiet.
I think that's because you don't know who the first pick's going to be. There's nobody that truly stood out the way that Jack Hughes and Connor Bedard and Macklin Celebrini have stood out. They are first overall.
Yeah.
Picks. There was no doubt in anyone's mind.
I feel like these guys are all similar in skill levels, similar in all of these things that scouts are looking at, that it's so hard for, someone like Elliot Friedman, for example, to look at and say, this is your number one pick. Because when you across the board look at it, you've got all of these, and a lot of them play center. So it's you have these 4 or 5 young guys who are playing center, who's going to be picked. If all the teams need centers, well, they're all really similar. Take your pick, I guess.
Yeah, you can't have generational talent for a draft. And I feel like we've gotten really spoiled with almost what seems to be generational talent coming out of every draft. I'm excited for a not big name draft.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fun to watch, I feel like, because you don't have this blowout. There's more anticipation leading up to it because it's not a 100% guarantee that it's going to be Schaefer or Higgins or whoever, right? It could be any one of you. So which one will it be?
I'm just excited for the heartwarming stories and benefits and all of that, because even when the NFL draft happened, I cry watching the heartwarming stories or the family celebrating or finding out there's an NFL player who got drafted whose mom was literally on life support, and he left the draft to go to the hospital, and she passed away 2 hours after.
Yeah.
And it's just heartwarming because she knew he was good now. He's taken care of for the rest of his life, and she's like, okay, I can go.
Speaking of heartwarming stories, this one's not quite as aggressive, but I did see also on, Sportsnet NHL headlines today or the other day. There's a top draft prospect. His name is Brady Martin. He currently, I think he's playing in the OHL right now. He is Canadian. He played for the junior team this year. He has decided that he's not going to LA for the draft because he wants to stay at home and help his family on the farm. He knew that if he went to LA, his family would not be able to go with him. And he wants to stay with them so he can help with the seeding and chores and whatever, and then celebrate with them no matter where he ends up. And as like a girl who comes from a farming family, I thought that was like literally one of the sweetest things ever to say, like, no, I want to have this moment with my family, so I'm going to stay here rather than go and be in this big room by myself. Like, I want my mom and my dad and whoever with me to have this moment. I thought that was just like I said, as like a farming family, I like completely understand that feeling, and I'm like, I just love it.
It's heartwarming. It's cute.
It is.
It's like
he's not projected to go like super high. I don't think he's not like one of the top prospects, but he still said, I don't want to be there. I want to be here.
Well, we're on the topic of draft day. You said LA, and it made me think about awards, and I want to say one thing and one thing only. Nico Hischier got robbed, as per usual.
He's robbed every year. That's not new.
What's it going to take for this man to win? Because he deserves it.
His kidney, maybe.
And that's all. And
also, can we talk about circling back to the West Coast? Duck duo.
Well, you said Elliot. Yeah, you said Elliot Friedman. So I was like circling back to Fridge.
Yeah. Duck duo is back, except it's on the East Coast now.
So where are they going to be? The gritty duo?
No, please no. Oh my God.
What
Trevor,
else?
No, listen. Trevor Zegras is like the real life gritty, okay?
I gotta go. I'm
just kidding. I think Z is great, but I also like to pick on him and call him a gremlin. So
he is a gremlin.
He is a gremlin.
Duck duo back together in Philadelphia.
You know what I think is funny? They stayed the same color though.
They did stay the same
color. They
color.
went from orange to orange.
Maybe he will be happier now because he looks miserable.
He does look miserable. But also, like, now we have to see him 4 times a year instead of twice.
I'd be happy to never see him, but that's the point.
Gremlin! Oh my God. This is so funny. Okay. So, yeah, that's basically...
That's all I got. That's all I got for men. Let's go
keep
talk
an eye
about
on what's going on
that matter.
with the teams, and we'll see what happens. Yes, let's talk about the people who matter. The women.
The women.
Let's talk about how... Okay, so it's the PWHL's, like, second season. The Minnesota Frost won again. Second cup in a row, second overall championship for the Walter Cup. I think that is literally, like, fantastic. Good for you, girls. Good job. Couldn't be me. I can't really skate, so
I give
you props
at all.
We want a 2P when it comes to the women. We don't want a 2P when it comes to Florida.
Yes. So the PWHL draft is going to be tomorrow.
Yes.
So like when this airs that night.
Yeah. It's in Ottawa. How cool.
It is in Ottawa, and
I was just there.
It's 6 rounds, 48 overall picks from 199 player pool of collegiate and international talent. And it basically follows all other draft forms. The New York Sirens have first pick.
Sorry. I was going to say something to note with this one is we have an expansion this year. So we've got 2 new teams too being added into this.
Which is Seattle and Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yes. But so the Sirens pick first, and hopefully they do something because they just traded away some of their best players.
The Raptors know about that.
I don't even understand. Why do we look at players and be like, yeah, they have such great potential? Trade.
Let's ask Dallas. Maybe they can tell us.
Luka, lifelong playing for one team only? Nah, trade.
Trade. Bye.
Oh my God. If Aaron Judge left the Yankees, I would be unbearable right now. So, like...
That would be like him leaving. That would be like Jack leaving the Devils. Judge leaving the Yankees. Like, you can't...
Why do you people trade your best players?
Hold up. Can we back up to the NHL for 30 seconds, too? Why is Toronto willing to let Mitch Marner walk? Because he is one of their good players, but, like...
Baffled. I have no words. I don't know what to tell you.
Let's just keep dicking his contract around because why not?
Actually, Mitch, just come to Jersey. It's fine. We'll treat you right. We can't afford him.
We
don't need you either. We don't need you either.
No. Back to sorry, I just thought of that because you were saying, why are we letting our important people go? And that was one of the like core four for Toronto. So back to this.
He might go to the Rangers.
So I've heard Chicago, Utah, or Carolina.
Oh God. But I'm only saying he might go to the Rangers because they keep trading away all of their star players too. Like Chris Kreider. I can't stand the man. You just traded Chris Kreider away?
Well, and they traded Trouba.
Yeah, but whatever. But like Chris Kreider, a lifelong Ranger veteran?
Every time I see a Friedman tweet, I kind of freak out a little. I panic because I think it's going to be something big.
Because I don't know what we're going to do. We traded Holler, so like, who are we trying to get?
Why are we not qualifying for Cody Glass either?
Because they're going to wait till he hits free agency and try and save money.
Stupid. Anyway, we got way off, derailed there.
It happens. We were talking about hockey anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. Top PWHL prospects. We've got Haley Wynn. She is an elite two-way defender, and she's out in front on many boards. She's really good. Gonna be a pretty big pickup for whoever grabs her, in my opinion. I am gonna butcher that name, so I'm not even gonna try.
It's Christina Koltonkova.
I don't think I've seen her play before.
She plays for Colgate.
I don't think I've ever seen her play. International pedigree, though.
Yes.
According to the research I did.
Other notable mentions are Nicole Gosling, Casey O'Brien, Michelle Karvinen, who's a Finnish veteran scorer. It's probably Karvinen.
Yeah.
She's Finnish.
Basically, the hockey pool, the women's hockey pool is, amazing talent, very elite players, lots of power coming there, and a lot of international pedigree coming. So there's gonna be a lot of really good pickups here too. It's all gonna be a need-based strategy as always. It's gonna be really interesting to see what teams grab who. I'm excited to see what happens with Seattle and Vancouver joining the selection pool. Excuse me. To see what happens with their thing, because they have the 7th and 8th picks, so they're some of those top picks may not be on the board anymore. So I'm interested to see what they do.
It's interesting because they have to basically create a whole team too.
So did they have to create a team though, or did they do what they did when Seattle joined the NHL and gave them some players? Because I think that's what happened.
I'm sure they gave them some players, but they still don't have a team.
Yeah, they still have to kind of create their team. It's gonna be interesting. I want to know what Vancouver and Seattle's names are going to be. Did they announce them yet?
I don't think so.
Because I know that we have the other ones.
Yes, we have the other ones, but no, I don't think so.
But
yeah, I don't know. That's all I got.
I need to go see a PWHL game this year. I haven't been to one yet.
They're so fun.
We should. They had one at Little Caesars Arena. I should go.
That would be fun. You have to. So, like, what sucks for the Sirens is that they played for a year on Long Island.
Right, and then they moved, right, to Jersey.
And then they moved to Prudential Center in Jersey. So now they have to rebuild basically their entire fan base because you
Okay, but Sirens games look so fun.
They are. I have a blast. But they lost all of that like Long Island fan base because who's coming from Long Island to Prudential Center for multiple games a season?
Yeah. I'm very intrigued to go to a PWHL game though. Every time it's been in Detroit, I've not been here. So like I haven't been able to go. And Toronto's a hike away, so I have to make it on a weekend and it just,
You have to basically just come to Jersey for like one of those back-to-back like PWHL Devils games.
I would love to.
Which we randomly have them, and it's like PWHL at 12:30, Devils at 7.
So when they do that, we'll make a plan.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's all I got.
That's really all I got. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the auction, the boy auction, and
yes, we will definitely keep you guys updated on socials.
Yeah, for sure.
All of the upcoming drafts because there are 3.
There are 3. We will keep you posted. We'll let you know who top picks are, who's going where, shocking picks, the whole 9 yards.
And that's the final buzzer on today's episode of Brunettes Who Bitch. Whether you're crying over a finals loss, already simping for a rookie, or Googling how to watch women's hockey, you're in the right place. Because here, we don't gatekeep sports, we glamorize them. Don't forget to rate, review, and text this episode to your friend who thinks she understands the draft but really just likes their jawlines. Love you. Mean it. We'll see you next week or something. Same time, sassier vibes. Bye.